welcome to week 3 of Friday Football Fever. I'm Jeff Jones, and guys, I'm excited. Tonight we have more highlights than we've had in the 2.5 years I've been here. It is a packed show. And our game of the week, well, it took us down south to Wimberley, where the Texans hosted Lampasas. Last season, the Badgers won this showdown by 29 points. It was the worst loss of the year for a Wimberley team that would go on to play in the state semifinals. This time around, both coaches told us these are very different teams than the ones we saw in 2020, and the guys from Wimberley hope to see a very different result.
Always a good football team. You know, the last few years they've made deep runs.
They're ranked all the time. They're really good, well coached.
We took a loss to them last year, but they had a much better team last year. Yeah, we're definitely coming in with a chip on our shoulder. Honestly, I think we're more physical, and I think we're just a better football team than them.
We're ready for them. We can run the ball, and also we can hit you deep with our receivers.
I think we need to shut down their run game first, because I don't think their pass game's that strong.
Got a lot of experience back, and so I think that's why the expectations are so high.
Quarterback's a first-year starter and has really done good things.
I think we're all pretty angry about last year, pretty driven, and just time to get some revenge.
Love a good old revenge game. Guys, let's get the action started with our Friday Football Fever Game of the Week. And forget about football for just a second and take a look at that beautiful Central Texas sunset. Got to give our photographer J.P. Harrington a shout out for seeing that at the Texan Stadium. Now, that was a sunset. This was a moonshot. Lampasas quarterback Dylan Sanchez entered the night with 12 touchdowns on the season. Here's lucky number 13. That one went to Nate Borchardt. And speaking of lucky numbers, let's talk about Wimberley's lucky number 7. Dylan Kincaid was everywhere. The big man running like one of those small guys on this 60-yard score. Then he showed up on defense. Check him coming off the left edge. Nice sack, and you got to end it with a flex celebration. The Texans took a lead into the break. Then this third quarter catch and run from Juan Baccaro put it away. Wimberley wins this one 45-21. Guys, you saw them from home or from the stands, but my friend Emily John Greco had a front row seat. She was on the sidelines of this one and just finished talking to Wimberley head coach Doug Warren. Emily, I'm sure that conversation with the Wimberley head coach went great. Tell us what y'all chatted about.
Emily and Wimberley. I'm really liking the two names put together, Jeff. But you know what? I'm going to tell you what me and him chatted about a little later. First, I want to talk about earlier in the week. When I talked with a few of the players, they were saying that they were coming into this game with a chip on their shoulder. And that reasoning is because they lost to Lampasas by 29 points last season. So they were ready, like we heard it earlier, for that revenge game. And boy, did they get it. Now, you talked a little bit about this guy earlier when we were showing the highlights, Jeff. But what was most impressive is how many players were able to be on both offense and defense. What you're seeing on your screen right now is Dylan Kincaid. That man was making tackles. Then you see him running into the end zone, making touchdowns. And he was not the only player to do it. So when you have such a dynamic team, when you have a good offense, when you have a good defense, that's when you see teams like this really come together and impress. And did they get their revenge? Well, you already know the answer. It is yes, and it's by 24 points. So when I did finally have a chance to talk with Coach Warren after the game, I was asking him, how are you feeling? And no doubt, he was proud of his boys.
Anytime you get a win, you feel good, right? Hard-fought ball game right there. It's a good football team on the other side of the field, and just proud of our kids. I thought we played much better than we did last week. Came out, corrected some things, and did some good things tonight.
I know you had a few guys that played on both sides of the ball. How do you feel knowing your team is that dynamic?
Well, you got to get your best players on the field, and we feel they're our best players, and so we find a way to get them out there, and they got to be in excellent shape, and they're getting that way, and just proud of them for their effort tonight.
I also know earlier in the week when I spoke with some of the players, they said they had a bit of a chip on their shoulder from last year's game. You think that chip's finally off?
Oh, no doubt. I mean, the kids remember those things, and they put a good one on us last year, and we got after them tonight pretty good.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
Man, it's just it's great to be out here on a Friday night. I mean, there's nothing better than Texas high school football, and to see just all the people out here cheering on these kids and the bands and cheerleaders and trainers and all that stuff. It's just finally good to be back.
Well, congratulations, Coach, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
You know what? It does feel great to be back, and I'm happy to hear that his players got the chip off their shoulder, but you know who now has a chip on their shoulder? Lampasses. So this is going to be another interesting game to follow. Next year, we'll see if they can get the win, but for now, Wimberley, you own that one.
Yeah, definitely. They have that chip on their shoulder. You know, these guys don't play each other all the time, but it's quickly becoming a rivalry, and I am loving to watch it. Thank you very much, Emily. Guys, let's keep the highlights rolling, and let's move on to another big matchup involving local teams. Cedar Park took on Round Rock this evening. Now, the Dragons are a group that we have seen flex some offensive and defensive muscle this season, scoring over 65 points in their season opener and pitching a shutout in week 2. But tonight they face the Timberwolves, and the T-Wolves, what they like to do is start games strong. They recovered a fumble on the game's opening kickoff. That turnover did not turn into points, but this play did. Remember last week when I called these guys the running Dragons? Well, this is why. Trey McCoy-Gay leads that Round Rock ground game, and tonight Trey was serving up touchdowns. Think about that one, Trey. All right. This 78-yarder put Round Rock on top, and they'd stay on top. They'd win this one 21-17. Fun fact from our friends at the Statesman, Georgetown and Liberty Hill hadn't played each other since 1934. That streak ended tonight. Joey Pitchford's 10-yard rushing score got the scoring started for the Panthers. Nice play from number 6, but the Eagles responded right away. Quarterback Darson Herman found his number 6. Drayden Dickman scores from 75 yards out and kind of made it look easy. Just turned on the Jets there. Final score here, Liberty Hill wins 17-13. Let's go to the scoreboard for the first time tonight. A couple of local powerhouse programs were in the Dallas area, and it looks like one of them is going to come home happy. Westlake beat Mansfield Summit 59-21. Lake Travis has had a tough non-district schedule, and it might have caught up to them tonight. Rockwall beats the Cavs 59-35. At least that's what they're up right now in the fourth quarter. A few more scores coming your way right now. Bowie, they went ahead and beat Copper's Cove 42-28. And Aikens, suffers their first loss of the season. They fall to Marble Falls 46-6, the final score there. Hey, right back to the highlights. And the Cedar Ridge fans broke out their best cowboy hats for this one. So the least we can do is wrangle up some highlights, partners. Tonight against Hayes, Victor Taylor Jr., the guy they call VJ, scored what we call a TD. Hayes fought hard to get back in this one. Nice run right here from Chris Bruce, the young guy knows how to turn on the Jets, but the Raiders take this one. Final score 48-13. To the guys from Hutto, they made the trip up north to Temple tonight, and things did not go their way. After the Temple returner actually fumbled the punt, he scooped it up, broke a few tackles, and took this one back to the house. Not the Hippos' night, but they are still one of my favorite mascots in town. Temple leads 52-34 right now in the fourth. Now, if you want more scores, we have plenty of them coming your way. San Marcos gets a win tonight over East Central. Final score 28-16. And Leander, the Lions, after a loss last week, they get back to their winning ways. 37-9, the final score over Cedar Creek.
Fight for a victory.
You can't have Friday night football in Texas without the group that keeps the crowd going and on their feet. I'm talking about the cheerleaders. My friend Daradisha Heron is going behind the palms to highlight the hard work of high school cheer teams all across our area. This week, she visited Aikens and spoke with a senior who is making cheer history.
I currently received my first offer to go cheer in college at a community college, Dodge City, and I'm the first cheerleader in Aikens history to receive a scholarship for that.
All right, Alyssa, great job. You guys can catch that full story on our website, KVUE.com. All right, we have updated you on about a dozen games so far, and we have much left to show you. We have scores, highlights, our band of the week, our big play save of the week nominees, all of that and more coming up next in Friday Football Fever. Look at that.
Hey, man.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. I'm Jeff Jones, and now is the part of the show when I bring in my friend Tyler Feldman. And Tyler, down in Buda, the Johnson Jaguars are only in their second true season of varsity football, and they're already impressing a lot of people all around Central Texas.
That they are, Jeff. I was actually down at Shelton Stadium last week and saw the Jags do their thing. They're now 2-0 for the second straight season, meaning a win tonight over Bastrop would give them their best start in program history.
All right, and the best start in program history is exactly what they earned. Here's the play that the kids will still be talking about in school on Monday. Jesse Medina rolled right through left, and then we all sat back and just watched Ethan McAllister go to work. This Johnson offense averaged about 60 points per game entering tonight. That average is going to stay high. The Jags lead Bastrop. Oh, actually, they just closed this one out. The Jags almost hit their average. They beat Bastrop tonight 55-0.
Over at the P Field, quarterback Mason Shore, man, undefeated Rouse taking on Weiss. Opening drive, Shore rolls out, hits Justin Cannon and bombs away. Cannon does the rest, 14 yards down the far sideline, 7-0 Raiders. Then after both teams trade turnovers, check this out. Dior Bradfield downfield, and what a catch. Micah Gifford, you got to be kidding me. 3 plays later, you got to be kidding me again. Same hookup, same diving catch, this time for a touchdown, as the Raiders were not aroused tonight. 54-21 your final. I'll be here all night. Florence, your final score, the board. They beat Bruceville Eddy 48-18, and then Canyon Lake getting a win over Eastview 32-19. Also from the boards, Rudder blanking Elgin 51-0, then Lano beating Crockett 37-7.
All right.
Jeff, we got more highlights. I'm just on a roll here.
Yeah.
Winless Del Valley taking on Stony Point. The Tigers on point in this ball game. Cameron Cook, master chefing his way into the end zone. Tigers roll 42-7.
Out west in Drippin', the Tigers rocking the mustard yellow tonight against Lockhart. Not saying that's a bad thing. I like mustard, and I like that Drippin' Springs quarterback too. Austin Novosad led the Tigers on 3 straight scoring drives to open the game. He found Grayson Jones, no relation. Then Boston Pat, also no relation. And last up, Kyle Cook. Drippin' remains undefeated. Final score in this one, 49-15. Let's get to the scoreboards once again. One score right here, and well, it's an important one. Taylor gets win number 2 on the season. This is a team that just finished 2 straight winless seasons. They beat Giddings 48-28. The scores keep on coming in. Fredericksburg, the Billies, top Gonzales 42-18. Back to the highlights, and Vandegrift fans, your Vipers did it again. Those successful Serpents slayed San Antonio Central. As you can tell, I'm a big alliteration guy tonight, and Vandegrift, well, they're big on winning tonight. It's all they've done this season. They are 3-0 after tonight's 45-13 win.
All right, Jeff, the winless Eagles of Abilene hosting Vista Ridge. Second quarter, check out quarterback Des Thomas. Choo-choo. Thomas the train thrown to his right and connecting with Wyatt Gates. There you go. That's a touchdown. Eagles fly to victory 23-19. Let's go back to the boards. LaGrange falling to Lavernia 28-20. Close one there. And then down below, Brooks Academy rolling past Austin Achieve. They did not achieve tonight. 37-6 your final. We got more boards. Carrizo Springs 54, Maynard. New Tech nothing. Also a final. Rockdale 35, Lexington 14.
Yeah, rough one for the local guys on those scoreboards. Tyler, you bringing them bad luck? Is that what you're doing?
I just think I'm bringing all kinds of sorts of luck that I forgot a lot of things, and yeah, bad luck. Let's just go with that.
Okay, well, you know what gives us good luck?
Yeah.
Is the band's playing loud and proud, especially like the guys from Gerald did recently. Let's take a listen to our Band of the Week.
state championships in the past 6 seasons, Jeff. As far as 4A teams go, these two squads are ranked number 4 and 5 in the state.
Yeah, that's pretty excellent. Both squads entered the evening undefeated, which is also pretty excellent, but only one of those perfect records would remain intact. Now, both of these teams know how to put points on the board, but the scoring didn't start until right here. Late in the second quarter, Cedric Alexander put the Jags on top 7-zip with that 3-yard score. I love that the Jags aren't afraid to celebrate a little bit. Look at that. They're not afraid to win a little bit either, Tyler. LBJ beats the number 4 team in the state. Final score 28-7.
Jeff, that's a little elevate and celebrate, and it doesn't get much better than this view. Celebrate at House Park, beautiful. Conley looking for its first one of the season against McCallum. First quarter, Averill, Houston, we don't have a problem. 56-yard strike in stride to Roman Mason. 56-yard house call at House Park.
Yes.
Cougars corral win number 1, 24-17 over the Knights.
Hendrickson at Belton, the Hawks looking for their first win of the season. And this kind of play definitely helps. Now, I played linebacker back in the day, so I know that this is a big deal. It's a pick 6. Great play, great win. Final score 17-14. The Hawks' first W is now in the books.
It's board time. Mason beating San Saba by a touchdown, 35-28. Then enthralling Snook, 49-27. More boards. Regents 35, blanking Episcopal. Yeah, 35-0. Then down below, Southside falling to St. Michael's 17-12. Your final in that one.
All right, little private school action there. I like that. You know what else I like, Tyler? Is one of my favorite pieces of my wardrobe right here. I'm talking about my Friday Football Fever t-shirts. Guys, I want to give out 6 of these. I'm going to do it randomly to people who go on my social media pages. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jeff Jones Sports. And I'm going to have Tyler take a picture of me. When you see that picture get posted in 2 or 3 minutes, go ahead and just make sure you follow me and comment on that picture. Tyler, you ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right.
1, 2, got it. Yep.
There we go. Got a little of the red tie in there so they know which picture it is. Go ahead and like my profile and comment on that picture, and maybe you'll be one of the 2 people I select per platform. I'm going to get that posted, and I'll see you right after the break.
It's
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. And Tyler, as you know, every single week this season, we're going to feature one student as our Abacus Athlete of the Week.
Love this part of the show, Jeff. It's our chance to celebrate someone who gets good grades, gives back to the community, and contributes to all of the fun on Friday nights. Hey guys, good afternoon. I am Tyler Feldman from KVUE, and I'm here on a special occasion. Where is Evan Campbell? Evan, how are you, man? I'm Tyler Feldman.
I'm doing good.
Every week, we feature our Abacus Athlete of the Week, but it's not bound to just athletes. We love to feature band members, cheerleaders as well. And Evan, you are this week's Abacus Athlete of the Week. Congratulations. We heard you're the baddest, meanest drum captain in all of Austin. Is that true?
Definitely.
Evan is a really super kid. He's really polite, really hardworking, and takes care of business on the field and off.
I'm so honored. These people, I consider them my family, honestly, and, just being out here with them pretty much every Tuesday, Thursday, it's an honor, and now I get to, celebrate with them. It's awesome. I'm a little flabbergasted that I even received this award, but frankly I like to do a lot of things for the community, and I like to put a lot of hard work to the things I love, and so I love volunteering, and I love being in band and drumline especially.
Evan Campbell, Abacus Athlete of the Week. Let's hear it one more time, guys.
Well, if you know anyone who earns good grades, gives back to the community, and contributes to the fun on Friday nights, let us know about him or her by emailing sports@kvue.com. Someone you know could be our next Abacus Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back after this.
KVUE Friday Football Fever Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
You'll never
For Big Save of the Week, sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. Every week we see plenty of plays that are worth watching 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 8. Tonight, 8 maybe. Did I stop at 7 last week too?
Yeah, and I
apparently that's like where my brain just shuts off. Yeah. Well, tonight we picked our favorite 3, not 8, to show you as our Austin Telco Big Save of the Week nominees. Let's go ahead and start with Cedar Ridge receiver B.J. Taylor, and this move is called the You see that? You get that, Tyler? And no words when you do that move or when you describe it. Just exhale twice. Watch it. Watch it. Yeah, BJ knows what I'm talking about. And so do those defenders.
Jeff, this is not what you call the. This is Dior Bradfield and Micah Gifford hooking up in an ultimate way, throwing it. Bradford, Gifford catching it. Boy, these two diving plays, really nice by Weiss. Big win over Rouse.
Hey, our third nominee comes from Johnson High School in Buda. This pair was on our list a week or two ago, and they're back. Jesse Medina and Ethan McAllister, the juke in the backfield, the throw across the body, making dudes miss downfield. This play has everything, but will it have the title of our Big Save of the Week winner? Well, that's for you guys to decide. Now that you've seen the nominees, it's time for you to let us know which one you like best. I'm going to place a poll on my Twitter page at Jeff Jones Sports. I need you to go there and vote. Let us know which one one? We're going to get there. All right. We're talking Longhorns tomorrow right here on KVUE. We'll see you back then.
On day one,